I feel like you're.
Oh no!
I feel like you're getting sleepy, Gavin, and I think we have this episode left in it. The plan of doing a bunch tonight.
No, I could probably do one more after this.
I feel like you're already getting grumpy. Look at that. You know it.
So this episode will make me happy again. Maybe if you just stop picking on me, I wouldn't be grumpy all the time.
I'm not picking on you. I just think you're a cock.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?
Oh, God.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the. Would you like me to start that with lower energy? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Meandering Movie Podcast.
Where we talk about movies.
Joining me today is
it's me. It's Gary.
Who is?
I'm so happy with what I just said.
And I'm the REM sunshine of love that is Gavin.
Me and Audio Boy were talking about REM today. It's funny that they were massive for about 8 years in the late 90s into the early 2000s and then just stopped.
Now they're just like, they're used as for a meme every so often.
Who was the main man of REM? Michael Shannon?
Look at Audio Boy trying to fight to get
Michael
his mic.
Stipe.
Michael Stipe.
He almost pulled his shoulder out trying to get that mic to his mouth. Pulled his shoulder out?
Pulled his shoulder out through his mouth and then beat us to death with it. Like some horrible...
That's his dream.
Here's a fun thought for you.
I love fun thoughts. Give me one.
Or a nightmare. We're just gloves.
What?
We think what our skin is just a glove, and then everything inside of it is just fucking barely attached.
What kind of glove are you? Are you like a woolen glove, or
I'm like a
rubber glove?
Yeah, if anything, I'm probably like a
fingerless glove?
I'm like a surgical glove. I'd say you can do precise activities with me, but I also rip easily.
I'd say you're more a boxing glove. There's no subtlety. You just come smashing into every situation in life, no matter what it is.
I agree. I feel like that happens a lot in my life, that I think I'm one thing, which is usually quite precise and neat and ordered, and then everyone else goes, no, Gary, you're
a fucking barrel that's on fire rolling down a hill towards a school. That's what you are.
Thrown by a giant gorilla.
Audio Boy's the surgical glove.
You're a surgical glove. No.
As he picks food out of his teeth using his fingers.
Audio Boy is like a sidestep of a glove. And this is a bit of a stretch. But
it's always got to be different.
Yeah, exactly. You know how old people use a thimble to stop themselves getting a little prick?
And he is a little prick.
It's kind of like a tiny glove. Audio Boy's a thimble.
I'll take it.
Yeah, little prick.
And that leaves you.
Oh,
I was
no.
avoiding people like you.
Here's what I can't wait for. Is used to teaming up against me, because that never happens.
I'd say you are a silk tuxedo glove.
Why?
Because you're...
the classic tuxedo glove.
The classic tuxedo glove. You know the one? Like with
Mr. Bond, here is your...
Do you mean like a butler's glove?
Yeah, like a butler's glove.
Yeah,
mid suit.
A white silk glove.
I'm sorry, Q. The tuxedo gloves appear to be missing from the tuxedo. Could we please get the full outfits?
No. Not tuxedo gloves. Singular.
See, that's why the movie Tuxedo starring Jackie Chan failed, because he wasn't
Didn't
wearing
have his
tuxedo
glove.
gloves.
Didn't have his tuxedo glove. Yeah, because you're like soft and silk and velveteen, and you're at a first glance
Have you met me?
Fun to be around.
Oh, okay.
But then the moment you get sweaty or gross,
Just a fucking nightmare.
Just a fucking nightmare, and hard to clean.
Remember, very easy to clean. Remember when you first... I don't know what that means. Remember when you first met...
I like that you... I don't know what that means, but I will argue it. Fuck you, you're wrong. What did you mean by that? Sorry.
Welcome to me. Remember you first met me at the quiz, you're like, hey, this guy's kind of nice. I'd like to hang out with him, maybe do a movie podcast. And then you came over to my flat, you met Audio Boy, and you're just like, oh, this is what nice people are actually like. Fuck, Gavin's awful. I don't want to do anything with him again.
And we're
you and Audio Boy
6 months in?
I mean, we've launched in
We should have
January.
a 6-month anniversary. We should make this the 6-month anniversary.
I mean, that passed a long time ago.
We should make this the 6-month plus 1 anniversary.
I mean, by the time this episode comes out, God knows when it'll be.
If this is the 6-month plus 1 anniversary, I'm so happy to be on the anniversary podcast. This is the anniversary song. I'm anniversary Gavin. Anniversary Gavin.
No, I'm not doing it. I was going to make a joke. I was going to do it. I was like, nah, that's not worth it.
What are we talking about today?
Today, well, in fact, here's what I'm going to
We've been pretty serious recently.
Yeah, so we're going to do something silly, something fun. So, for the listeners out there, Audio Boy and I are flatmates. Now,
Wait, more like, I've got a joke. More like fart mates.
I mean, he does fart a lot, and they're quite awful.
Out of the two of you, who does do the most farts?
Him,
Pun noise. Are you the farter?
he is the
Audio boy?
farter.
Yeah, probably.
So here's a
'Cause I eat vegetables.
because
I
there's
eat vegetables as well. What does that mean?
the person that eats more vegetables does the most.
But he's
farts.
vegetarian, so of course he eats more
And
vegetables.
he does the most farts. Why are you arguing like you want to be the farty one now? Now that we've
No, I'm-
now that we've chosen him as the farty one, you're like, no, I'm the farty one.
No, I'm upset of that slight that he said against my honor that I don't eat vegetables.
The other morning, Hannah, my fiance, woke
My
me up.
fiancé.
Woke me up with the most earth-ripping fart I have ever heard in my entire life. We'd been drinking the night before, and I was in that kind of like passed out drunk daze. It was about 9 a.m, and I just woke up to, and I was like, "What the fuck was
The
that?"
covers are on the other side of the room. All, it's like your clothes in your cupboard have all fallen down.
Man, it was a topper, and I know she doesn't listen to this podcast, so I can talk about it however I want.
I mean,
I love you. Don't break up with me because I'm talking about your bedroom wind.
She listened at one point, didn't she?
No.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't listen. She doesn't watch enough films, so she just.
I
always
mean, you're
goes,
fixing
"Yeah,
that.
Fuck it. I try, man. Nobody likes listening to this.
Anyway, Audio Boy and I are flatmates, and we have such fun as flatmates. And then we were thinking, flatmates, movies, movie villains. What would be the best movie villain to be a flatmate? That's not how that process of thought went whatsoever. But you know,
Wait, are we doing who would be the? Are we doing which movie villain would be the best, or which movie villain is
the best is going to be more of a challenge.
the best?
And
is
by the end of it,
worst?
we will have a concrete answer.
Can we do a list? Can I make a list? Can we do a categories? Fuck yes, we can.
I mean,
We're doing categories. I've decided. So we're gonna score it.
You just are obsessed with. And I'm a boy. I love a list. Also, take that out of context. Just me saying I'm a boy. I love a list.
I'm a real boy.
I love bullet pointing things. I love all sorts. But you just love to make categories and things.
Categories are fun. So
Okay, take that out of context. Categories are fun.
categories are fun.
Category 5 earthquakes aren't fun. Shout out to our LA listeners.
How much is a Category 5 earthquake on the Richter scale?
I don't know. Audio Boy, do you know?
What did the Richter scale? I feel like the Richter scale went up to a stupid
I think
number.
the Richter scale is named after
Category
someone.
5
Alan
is like
Richter.
it's like a rapid
No, it's Richard
thing.
Pryor.
It's not Richard Pryor. The Richter scale was the earthquake scale, named after Alan Richter, you penis.
Not Richard Pryor?
Wait, I was going to start writing notes, but now I need to know about the Richter scale.
I thought it was named after Andy Richter.
Oh, maybe Richter. Who's Andy Richter?
He's Conan O'Brien's sidekick.
That little dick that plays the piano?
Who are you? What?
You know about John Baptiste?
Charles Richter.
Okay.
Where the fuck are we right now?
We're talking about the Richter scale.
No,
Keep
we're talking-
up.
I mean, the listeners can't, so how am I supposed to?
Right, the Richter scale goes up
Oh
to...
my god, you're still on the fucking Richter
The
scale.
Richter scale goes up to 9 and then greater. 9 plus. That's bad.
Okay.
But what I was thinking of, it's just come to me. Cloud cover is measured in octaves, of which there are only 8, which is pretty dumb. You can only have 8. Maximum is 8 octaves of clouds. That's how much clouds is in the sky. Octaves.
So which would be the best movie villain to have as a flatmate?
All right, what's our categories going to be today? Because last time, the categories, you fucking moaned about them, and it proved useful as we had a score at the end of each
And
one.
a solid answer
And
as
a
to
solid proof.
what would be the best job to have for a movie. And what was it? Men in Black was the winner?
Was it Men in Black? No, it was a Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters was the winner.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters smashed it as well.
Oh my god, yeah.
So,
Oh, that fucking head from Ghosts.
What are we thinking then? We need five? Five categories?
Something cleanliness based.
How clean they are in the flat.
Yes.
Ooh. No. You know what's more important than how clean you are in the flat? How clean the bathroom is after you leave it.
And sometimes Audio Boy drops a hot fucking deuce and it's still there when I walk in.
But it's what I'm saying. So it's like the general cleanliness, you can walk in.
On his reaction, he's so just fucking...
I feel like this episode has been designed to just put me on blast. I'm not
dude,
happy about that.
Dude, stop leaving this place in a shithole. That's what me and Gavin wanted to say.
Do you remember that time you sat down on that couch and then spilt a whole plate of food onto my pillows?
That was
and
good.
your pajamas as well. You had to change pajamas.
Spaghetti? Pasta? I remember
That was pasta, yeah.
I bought you a fucking shower curtain and a shower mat and you still not changed it.
Why is it
you
his
bought
job
me
to
then?
change it? Yeah.
I bought it. Why?
I'm the man of the house.
I bought it.
Do your fucking job.
I bought it. He could put it up. I put
Listen.
the last one up.
Listen to what I'm saying. Coming into a living room and seeing a bit of mess, right? Like a beer bottle left or like a leftover takeout box, all annoying. But nowhere near as annoying as walking into the bathroom and seeing pube on the toilet seat, skid marks,
Like
grime around the
a
fucking
wet
shower.
towel on the ground.
Wet-
Like the
you know what I mean?
The basket
The bathroom
kind of
is
scumminess around it.
I think bathroom. How clean do you leave the bathroom? Has got to be category numero uno. Yeah?
Yes. I'm so far on board. With
So far on board, there's one.
how many categories are we doing?
I think like five.
Okay,
Five's
five.
good. And then on top of that, though, outside of the bathroom's number one. That's important shit. Outside that, chores.
Hey, important shit.
Chores is, and that's things like how clean do they leave the place? Do they help with the bins,
Dishes.
What other chores are there?
Hoovering.
Hoover, just general chores.
Yeah.
Who fills up the toilet roll?
Yeah, who does fill up the toilet roll, Audio Boy? Because it isn't you. This is so much fun. Can we do this every week? I just get to air my grievances on a podcast.
I was going to say, it's funny, that I think that brings us to the number 3, because I was going to say, how much do they chip in for like bills? But I just think generally.
Oh yeah, financial.
How much do
financial.
people-
I mean, there I have no complaints. We are equal foot.
This is good.
We
I'm
suppose.
going to refrain from saying a single thing about Gavin on this because I have far too much to say.
I'm sorry. I pay all my bills. What are you trying to say? I am
lads,
financially responsible.
Quit it. We're just going to go sour quick. This
People
is
are
fun.
going to think I'm cheap. Do you know how many drinks I buy for people? Mainly just because I want them to like me, so I get them drunk.
It worked on me. Now I'm here. 6-month anniversary.
You're committing to that.
What about what's important? Oh, that time you were moaning about all the people Gavin brought back round. So there we go. That's number 1. Number 4.
I'll just drop that one in there.
Guys, I'm going to build. The rift is spreading. I'm just going to put some fire on some fuel on the
Put
old
some
fire.
kindling in there.
Some kindling.
Yeah, I was fast asleep at 3, 4
Oh,
in the
because you're
morning.
telling the story now. Oh, that's
And
great.
then Gavin decided to just bring people home and have a party on a Sunday night at 4 in the morning. And as I was just back from a stag do, I was not happy.
I mean, I had fun.
I think the answer at the end of this episode of who is going to be the worst flatmate is just Gavin
Why is it me?
or Philip. We'll find out. So the company that they'll bring,
The social circles,
social circles.
they live in.
because you're going to have to deal with those social circles. When
Yes.
you live with a flatmate, if they've got people around all the time, you are going to inevitably be like, all I want is a bowl of cereal, but fucking, I don't know, Voldemort's got the Death Eaters in watching Breakfast Club. Oh, this is awkward.
For the 14th time.
14th fucking time. Why does Voldemort love Breakfast Club so much? And then...
Because he identifies as Judd Nelson.
It was a stellar year at the Bender family house that year. What the fuck is that scene? He starts off with the cigarette burning. I can't remember. I don't remember. Last one. Last category.
Human remains.
I think it's I think the friends they have around. Wait, what?
Hu-
Wait. No, what the fuck? What?
Human remains. No, see, here's my thought
I
process.
was gonna say how much noise do they make?
Here was my thinking. I was thinking human waste. as in poo-poo and pee-pee and sick-sick. But then I thought, human remains, because you can still have poo-poo, pee-pee and sick-sick, but you can also have an arm, a leg, rods.
These are villains. You're not wrong.
Yeah. There's just a head and a pike.
I mean, okay. Right. We'll put them both in. How much noise do they make?
And human remains.
And human remains. All right. Same scoring system as before, out of 10?
Yep.
All right. Who's your first pick?
I mean, well, you've already dropped out the name Voldemort. I think that's an easy start.
It's a good start. So, what do we say first? We said, how clean is Voldemort? How clean's Voldemort leaving the
I
bathroom?
mean, here's the first problem. Voldemort needs to put on some fucking socks and shoes. He's just fucking floating around in those big spiky looking...
His feet are filthy.
And yeah, if he's wandering around like in the fucking woods
He's like fucking Frodo.
trying to catch kids, his feet are going to be real
Was
manky.
that wasn't his plan in those films, Gavin. His plan wasn't just to catch
You have to
kids.
understand that my entire through line for this Voldemort is going to be that he's a pedophile. So we're just going to play that joke to death.
All right. I mentioned about having pubes in the bathroom being a big turnoff. Voldemort, like a newborn baby. That guy is hairless.
Yeah.
There's no pubes. He's not going to clog up the drain.
So the toilet seat will be pubeless.
Pubeless. And presumably clean. Does Voldemort piss and shit? Because he's not a full human, is he? He's like...
Well, he's kind
He's
of
a
like
Horcrux.
He's kind of like a snake, so I guess he just digests out bones and stuff. So like you go to sit down in the toilet and there's just a fucking rib bone sticking out.
You might get some snake skin, I guess. That's a shout.
Oh, he'd shed in the
you
shower.
might shed. You might get some
Like
shedding.
you get in, you slip on some fucking snake skin.
Ugh, that's so grim. Well, I mean, but would he clean a little bit? Do you reckon he'd sort out the bathroom a touch, or do you reckon he'd just go in, shed, probably throw up some blood? I don't know. I feel like he's not fully formed, so he's coughing up blood a lot. You know.
Here's what I'm thinking: is he's a man who likes to get other people to do things for him. So if you're lucky enough, he'll piss and shit and not pube all over the place and shed his snake-like skin. But then he'd be like, "Hey, fucker that works for me."
Oh shit! The fucking silver-handed fucker, the little rat man.
Yeah, the one that slept with Ron.
Peter, yeah, the fucking grown man that lived with a child. In his entire life. Peter Pettigrew.
There's so
Yeah,
much-
he'd be like, "Hey Peter, come around. I've made a fucking riot in the bathroom. It needs cleaning." And that little rat man would come around and fix it for you.
He sends him a video of him eating like a hot vindaloo, and he's like, "Get ready, this toilet's about to get fucking decimated. Get your gloves on."
So I guess
What kind of glove is Peter Pettigrew? Back to the glove talk.
like a fucking marigold. That's,
Oh yeah.
um,
Something sexy about the word marigold. I don't know what it is.
is there? I don't think there is.
Okay, just me.
Right, how clean is he leaving the bar?
I mean,
I
also
think it's bad, but
bringing
he
his feet-
does have his own personal maid.
bringing his feet back into it. Could
He
be
also
like,
has a snake.
He does have a snake.
so that's double.
It's a pet.
Double
Double
skin
shedding.
shedding.
But then
Does
everything
he shower with the snake?
everything
pets
he
like
Because I
does-
shower with my snake.
Everything he does though will get cleaned up by his manservant. So it's like it's bad. I suppose. All right. You know what the real question with Voldemort is? How good at cleaning do you think Peter Pettigrew, the Rat Man, is?
Not good at all.
Not good at fucking
Not good at all.
Okay, so we're ranking Voldemort low on the bathroom cleanliness. What do we think?
Two
Because
or-
the Rat Man's
three.
going to do some cleaning.
Oh, okay, 4. I'll go for a 4 or
Five
5.
for a 4? I was going to say 3, 4. So we'll go for the 4.
Go for the 4.
We'll go for 4. All right, 4 out of 10. That probably brings us on to the next one as far as Voldemort's concerned, of the people he's going to have round. So Ratman's going to be here. That guy's going to turn up day one of Voldemort moving in. And you'll be like, "Oh, you helping Voldemort move in?" He'll be like, "Yeah, I'm helping him."
So, what do you do in your free time? Oh, I turn into a rat and just hang out with a 12-year-old boy. You're like, what? No, I don't worry
Never
about it.
mind. Also, do you mind if I crash on the couch tonight? I'm pretty pooped. And you'd be like, yeah, it's all right, Ratman. You can crash on the couch. Cool. Fast forward 6 months. Ratman is still on the fucking couch. You can't use your living room because he's just always fucking there. That guy sponges on
Being
Voldemort.
ratty.
Being ratty, yeah, with his silver hand and his fucking Timothy Oliphant?
No, Timothy Spall.
Timothy Spall. That was it. He's a fucking disgusting looking bloke.
Fucking hell.
On top of that,
Do-
Death Eater's watching Breakfast Club all the fucking time.
14 times in a row.
14 times in a row.
But much worse than all of that, fucking Dementors. Imagine Dementors being over at your flat. It's like you come home.
Wait. Voldemort didn't have the Dementors. That was Azkaban. They were enemies. It's just that the Dementors were an enemy of Harry. No, wait, were they? No.
Weren't the Dementors helping out Voldemort?
No, they help the Ministry, and then the Ministry gets corrupted. But they're still... The Dementors are still pretty against Death Eaters, I'm sure.
I mean, let's be honest, Voldemort's got a wide circle of people. There's a chance there's going to be a Dementor at some point.
You know what? It's true. You're going to have to deal with Dementors. You have to deal with the Death Eaters. And on top of Ratman living on your fucking couch, you're going to walk through to get your cereal. Breakfast Club's on. One of the Death Eaters is going to be like, oh, is that your fucking flatmate? And Voldemort will be like, yeah, Gav, come say hi. And you're going to walk over and be like, oh, hi, Death Eaters. And they're all going to be like, hey, and start tower whipping you and just make you feel not at home.
And then one of them actually says, Avada Kedavra, and then you die.
Oh, yeah, Avada Kedavra. Oh, no. Got you. 2 for flinching. Avada Kedavra. Yeah, fuck that,
And
man.
then it turns you into a cup.
And then he fucking cups you. All right, Voldemort's scoring low on the friends as well.
Just imagine it like you're in bed asleep. You've had a long, hard day. He brings people back. And then next minute, you just kind of have like this feeling like your entire soul has been sucked out of your body. And you wake up and a Dementor's just like drunk. And he thinks he's in the bathroom, but he's actually in your room sucking off your face. And you're just like, fucking Vol, come on.
Voldemort, mate, get him out of my fucking... We made rules.
You can't let them in to suck off my face.
I mean, on top of that, what if you're at Voldemort has his moving in party. There's this woman in a shawl whispering and breathing in, and you take her back to your room, and they just start sucking your soul off through your dick. It's a Dementor girl, female Dementor, and you hit them up.
Well, you went there, not me.
And then you lost your soul. Lost your soul through a blowy.
I mean, I'd go for it.
I'm still there. I'm in.
Also, just imagine, like you come home and on the wall is like a bunch of pictures and like red lines going from one to the other. And you're just like, hey Voldemort, why you got a bunch of pictures of kids up on the wall with like X's through them and like the word die,
Written in blood.
Written in blood. And I don't know who, because it's not your blood because you're bloodless. So whose blood is that you've written die over these pictures of it?
And you come through, there's a fucking dead Death Eater that got crossed Voldemort, didn't get him the right fucking Doritos or something.
And the snake's currently digesting him.
Okay, I feel like we've done 2 there. How much noise are they making? I think a lot.
A lot of noise?
Well, because they're just around all the time. You got Ratman living on the couch, as well as the friends, the people that are around are not good.
The wand's fucking like a shotgun and just like
okay.
all sorts of shit.
How much noise is he making?
A lot.
A lot. We going for another 3? Well, then they're out a lot as well. Wait, as far as the noise goes, they are out a lot.
They are out a lot chasing
shit.
kids around the forest.
Go for a 5.
Yeah,
go for middle ground. Like when they're here, it's shit. The one respite is that they're not here when they're not here.
Plus, it seems like Voldemort has other places that he lives outside of the flat.
True.
So it's like...
We'll go for a 5. The friends will have round. However, I'm scoring that fucking low because
1. I'm thinking 1.
Yeah, I'm thinking 1
because there's no good.
You got Ratman. You got Death Eaters. You got
have
maybe
the
a Dementor.
like Professor.
Maybe
yeah, but
the
they'll
odd
be like
Professor.
hanging from the roof, being interrogated.
Well, there's the bad ones, but they're just all they're Death Eaters. It's in their fucking name.
I just realised you might get to meet Alan Rickman.
You might get to me. I bet Alan Rickman. Dropping that one in.
Shut up.
Did you exhume his grave?
How much is Voldemort helping with the chores, Gavin?
Well, like we say, he has people.
He's got Ratman. I don't think Voldemort will, but I do think Ratman's going to help. Like half, again, badly, but he's still going to do his fair share.
But then just think of like the mess they're going to make when they come over and they start exploding things and
but then Ratman does like
They
Ratman.
can magic it all away.
Peter, yeah, and they can just. Actually, as far as chores go, I think Voldemort's pretty fucking good.
Okay, imagine this
He
scenario.
doesn't have to do chores; he just magics. The
Imagine
chores.
this scenario. You're sitting in a flat by yourself, just chilling, watching Love Island, as you do, and just having a great time, eating a packet of crisps.
Casual Tuesday night.
Casual Tuesday night. And then a guy comes in and turns your TV into a cup. Then what do?
That's annoying. I agree, but that's not chores. As far as chores go, you'd be like, oh, fuck's sake, Voldemort, you've left all your takeaway boxes.
Yeah, but it's a dirty
and then
cup and you have to wash it.
And then Voldemort will be like, takeaway boxes. Sorry, man. We didn't mean to leave all the kebab boxes out. Cup. There's some new cups for the flat because we smashed all the ones last night.
Motherfucker, we have too many cups. We don't have any space.
One of them whispered, please kill me the other day, Voldemort. What's that about?
One of them made this gargling noise like he's drowning anytime I put water into it. It's really uncomfortable.
I think chores are good. I think you've got Ratman helping with the chores and
Yeah, I guess with the magic.
magic is going to make things pretty
Axio
easy.
Bog roll.
Because
It just appears.
see, And there's situations where you've seen like Hoovers just moving by themselves.
Yeah,
It's like-
I think chores. I'm going to go for like a
8.
well, I was gonna maybe even go 9, 10. Like the chores are going to get done magically or not.
You might not have to. I mean, there'll be a lot of mess, but then the mess will get cleaned up chore-wise.
I think 9. I think it's probably the one thing Voldemort's going to score high on here. So I think.
Oh, I don't know about that.
How much is Voldemort contributing financially? What money does Voldemort have? I suppose they steal riches. They're like Team Rocket of the wizarding world.
Yeah, they just seem to have. But then, what would he need with money so he wouldn't get any money?
Oh, it'd be fucking wizard money. Every time he gives you his half of the rent, you have to go down to the fucking Bureau de Change and change it into fucking pounds.
Bureau de Change.
Yeah, Bureau de Change.
Bureau de Change.
That's what it's called. Well, it's not Bureau de Change, is it? It's Bureau de Change.
It's called the Exchange Bureau.
That makes more sense. I should have gone with that firstly. I think he's got the money, but it's a hassle because.
Well, he said he's not around a lot. You're gonna have to chase him up for it while he's chasing kids through the forest. You're like,
That's
hey,
true. And he might, it's going to be Sickles, nuts, and galleons, and maybe the occasional fucking fancy goblet,
and every so
which
often
may or may not be a human.
he's like, oh, hey, sorry, man, I just don't have it this week, but here's a chocolate frog.
Here's a couple of chocolate frogs. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to lend you Ratman. He'll fucking do whatever you ask. Otherwise, I'll take it out of the hand.
I've got this female Dementor pal. She's pretty easy. If you want, I can invite her over. You two can have a wee bit of one-on-one time.
What are we thinking? So contributing financially, it's kind of middle ground again. I think he might have it. He might not.
It can't be 100.
It's not. It's like another 5 maybe.
I'd say 4.
You know what? 4's good. And then Gavin, this is the equivalent of your bullshit goo category, but I'm allowing
I'm sorry.
it.
I feel that the goo category held the episode together and really brought a structure to what was a tremendous episode.
Human debris. Are we rating this one the more human debris, the higher the number, or the less human?
Like,
is less human debris better or worse? Is what I'm asking.
Better. You don't want a lot of human debris.
Okay, so
But you want a lot of goo.
you did want a lot of goo.
You always want a lot of goo.
So as far as human debris goes, I think Voldemort is good. Any human debris that would be left, snakes eating it.
Yeah.
They can magic it away,
Also,
turn it into cups.
the magic that's happening isn't like. It's not like Rambo 2. It's not just blowing off fucking limbs and causing them to
It
fly.
doesn't. Yeah, even if they kill people, they just like drop dead.
Yeah,
they don't like explode
if
people
they
from the
get
inside
Avada Kedavra,
out.
they just go and fall over. But then again, there'll be a bunch of bodies and the smell. But
No, but the snake eats the bodies.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Digest them from the inside out. You could deal with the snake shit, but Ratman's doing that anyway.
But yeah, and like you said, they can just magic the bodies away.
I think Voldemort's best category is how much human remains he's leaving about, which is none.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
He's
10 out of 10.
Oh wow, there you go. Our first 10 out of 10.
Our first 10, and it was on human remains.
See, I told you the fucking category was a great idea. I always bring the best categories.
All right. So there you go. So that's Voldemort. Voldemort scores a mighty. Drum roll, please. Fucking terrible drum roll. 33 out of 60 this week, rather than 50, because I said noise and you shouted human remains, and we just did them both.
Yeah, you know.
There we
I like
go.
to bring a little magic into this.
So
Hey, that was a pun because of Harry Potter.
pun noise.
Oh.
Have I added that right? 10, 20, 8, 33. Yeah, 33 out of 60.
I'm going to have to give you a soundboard because I can't be bothered clicking these buttons all the time.
It's your one job, audio boy.
That's not true, and you know it.
Yeah, he also works at Weatherspoons.
Who's next?
Do you know what I like? A nice Sunday afternoon where I have nothing to do and I open the cupboard and pull out a jigsaw. What about Jigsaw from the Saw movies? I've never.
All right, so on a like straight off the bat, I'm thinking that sounds terrible.
What, that joke or?
I mean, the joke was awful. I was more talking about just Jigsaw as a flatmate.
I've not done a jigsaw in so long. I want to do a jigsaw. Audio boy, can we do a jigsaw?
I did one recently, and at first
Audio boy
I
did
was,
not answer me for context for the listeners out there.
I was so hyped, and then very quickly I went, jigsaws are boring.
Depends what the picture is. Is it of a naked lady?
Well, the problem is the jigsaw picture's on the box, so rather than doing the jigsaw to look at the picture, you have the box.
Then what you
which
should
can
do
just
is
look at.
you should play like a wild card jigsaw and just cover the picture and then just get crazy with it.
Crazy. How clean is Jigsaw leaving the bathroom? Terribly.
Are we talking like human man jigsaw or the wee puppet man jigsaw? Because the wee puppet man, he would just
What are
leave
we
like
Puppet Man doing in the bathroom?
just be, I don't know, like
Nothing.
shining his face.
I think. Well, they're one and the same, right? He just uses the puppet as a as a conduit.
Oh yeah, I guess he has a conduit. But then,
Are you okay? You keep making a face like you're about to shit yourself,
I was yawning, but not wanting to present that I was yawning.
and now the world knows.
I'm very tired. It's been a long couple of days.
Right. Not only in Jigsaw 1 or Saw 1, the first Saw
Yes,
film, that one is set entirely in a bathroom, and it's fucking rank.
it is. Yeah, when you look at the way Jigsaw keeps his facilities, they are in not in nice condition.
Minging. He's more focused on making horrible death traps
Yeah.
than he is on making
And
sure
that's the
they're
thing. What he's probably going to do
hygienically
is
clean.
like you'll sit down in the toilet, and then a fucking bear trap will come up and cut your nuts off.
No, it will clamp them, and then it will say,
Do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play games? Jigsaw, not a fucking again.
The key is in the loaf of bread that you left in the bread box that went moldy last week. All you need to do is stretch your ball sack. And if you can reach the key, you're free. How far are you willing to stretch, Gary?
"This is fucking awful, Jigsaw. This
Like,
is terrible."
I have to go to work in half an hour. Can you please just release my balls from this clamp so I could get on with my morning shit?
So, yeah, he leaves everything in a fucking riot. Everything looks unclean, first and foremost. Secondly, again, first Saw film is set in a bathroom, and there are just two men chained up.
Yeah, you're going to come in to do a piss and there's just like two men chained up in the bathroom. We're like, what the fuck's going on? And the TV turns on, like, Gavin, ignore the two men in the bathroom. They are part of my game.
Your game is in the washing that you didn't hang up for me the other day when I texted you.
And you're just like, oh, fuck, I have to go piss outside again while doing the washing. And then the guy's like, hey, what about us? And I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm
Guys,
in a piss.
this is your issue. I've got to fucking hang the washing up before he puts my balls
And they're
in
like,
another
can you at
vice."
least push the saw closer to me for when I chop off my leg? And you're just like, fine.
I guess.
And then you come back later and there's just a fucking
And
foot
then
in
there's
your
a fucking-
bathroom.
well, and a bloody fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of blood in the foot.
I think he's leaving bathroom specifically.
Oh yeah. Also, there's that thing where there's like a bunch of syringes in the toilet. So you come in and you look in the toilet and you're like, "You did this fucking thing last week to someone. I thought you were done with the syringe thing." He's like, "I ran out of ideas, so I just put syringes in the toilet
I
again."
just recycled my ideas. It's easier. I'm old and have cancer.
Why is there a live alligator in this fucking bathtub? It's like, it's part of my game. Would you like to play? No, I don't want to play. Let's play Connect 4, you fucking psycho.
Are we putting that at a flat zero?
Yeah, flat zero.
It's a flat fucking zero.
There's
It's
a live
terrible.
alligator in the fucking bathtub.
How much noise is he making?
A lot of noise. The screaming.
You've got him banging shit together, making his
Yeah,
tools and
fucking
whatever.
Sounds like a craft work
Craft
show
workshop,
in his
yeah,
room.
Totally. Then on top of that, you've got everyone that he's got trapped in the fucking flat.
Yeah.
You got people in the walls. You got people in the bathroom,
It's like, oh, there's another gag person in the
banging,
cupboard.
screaming, fucking police sirens at all hours of the day.
Plus, you've got to hear him record his wee videos.
Oh man, and he does so many.
It's like-
it would be so annoying.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Can you edit your fucking videos tomorrow?
Jigsaw, fucking turn off the video camera.
If I have to hear, would you like to play a game one more time? I'm gonna fucking off you and then myself.
And then you wake up and your eyes have been glued shut.
Gavin, if you'd like to, you wanted to sleep last night, and now you can sleep for eternity.
Oh fuck! Dude, I think we went Jigsaw too. I'm honestly starting to think Jigsaw's going to be the flat zero across the board. I'm putting him in a zero for noise.
so glad
I
I
can't
said-
imagine. There's no pros.
I mean-
Everything's bad.
You never know.
Have you got anything you want to add to this before I give him a 0 that might save his flatline score? On how much noise is he making? Is there any positive to like? I don't think there is.
No, there isn't.
Does he help with the chores? I don't think so.
No,
I think
he's too busy
He's
building
too
these fucking
busy.
insane contraptions to kill people in horrendous ways.
Fuck. Right. Let me think about it. He'd be. I mean, nah. He'd be, if anything, he'd be making more mess because he'd be bringing in bags of rubbish. He'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, I found a scrapyard. They let me take whatever I wanted.
You're like, "What the fuck are you making with all this stuff?"
Oh, it's great. It's a reverse ballinator. And what it does is I put someone's balls in it, and it flips them inside out if they don't eat this block of cheese in time.
What the fuck, Jigsaw?
Also, that's my cheese I just bought from the co-op, motherfucker.
Oh.
You know cheese.
Are we putting him at a 0 for chores?
Yeah, because he's not good. Unless he builds a contraption that causes someone else to do the chores while also being like...
Yeah, but that person's going to be you.
He's very organized.
He is organized, but unfortunately, that's not a category that we deal with.
Yeah, but what if
He's
he's
organized enough to do chores. Like the bin, would the bin ever be overflowing?
He may be right on that.
Because he could be like, you go to Jigsaw and you're like, hey, dude, like, could you just like do the dishes or something? Because they're kind of piling up. And some of them are you, because, you know, you keep eating all my food. Like,
Yeah, my cheese the other day. It was a really nice block of Swiss Edam.
yeah, I was really excited about it. And he's like, okay. And then next minute you walk in the kitchen and there's just like this guy standing there. Who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm Brian. So what are you doing in my fucking kitchen, Brian's like, Jigsaw's making me wash your dishes or he's going to make my head explode.
Yeah, there's a key hidden somewhere in the trash, and I've got to remove all the trash to the proper recycling. Otherwise, my head's going to fucking eat itself with a parasite that he put in there.
Apparently there's a shotgun shell in my arsehole. And if I don't hoover, it's going to go off. Like, oh, okay, Brian.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to go to my room.
Okay, so chores, maybe not a 0. I still don't think it's great.
Like a 3?
We gave Voldemort a 9.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 3 maybe.
Like a 3. It's not good. It's not good. How much is he contributing financially? Honestly, I think fuck all because he's got cancer and he doesn't give a shit. And he makes everything out of trash and scrap.
But all those people he brings over and does those things to take their wallet.
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that.
Just take their wallet.
If the people that don't make it out, you can just rob them.
Yeah, just like I walk into the bathroom and there's 2 guys there chained to the walls trying to cut their legs off, and I'm just like, excuse me, guys. And like, what are you doing? Why are you going into my pockets? They're like, shh, no, don't worry about it. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh,
So you're now also partaking in this.
No, he's just robbing
Like
them.
you're just robbing people.
Yeah.
I'm not killing them.
Okay.
I'm just.
All right, he's not contributing financially, but I think you're right. I think you technically might be okay
There are
financially.
opportunities.
Still not great though. I mean,
Yeah, like
you know,
20 quid here or there.
some corrupt cop that pissed off Jigsaw when he cut in line at the fucking taco stand isn't going to have a lot of money. He's going to maybe have like 40 quid,
Yeah.
50 tops if he was maybe going on a night out. What are we thinking? So financial, I think maybe like a 5. You could maybe make some money.
Yeah.
And he goes through a lot of people.
A 5's fair.
5 fair. We'll go for a 5.
If you're still up, audio boy.
He did bring through his panda.
You did, yeah. This is only fair.
The friends that Jigsaw's going to have round. So I don't want to talk about the people he's bringing round for his horrible games. Let's talk about his actual friends in the...
Guys wearing pigs masks.
Well, that was him, but he does have that crazy fucking woman who he takes under his wing. Then he's got that guy that's built like a fucking brick shit house that tries to take over, but who's also crazy as fuck.
So all these pals are crazy.
Oh, pretty much. Every single one of them's a lunatic. So not good.
Not great. Plus, they're all trying to like one up each other
They're all trying to one-up each other.
and take over the business.
And you can't put a foot wrong or you might end up in a fucking game.
So they're all like trying to take over Jigsaw's thing, and they probably want to get like in and schmoozy with Jigsaw.
Yeah.
What's the best way to get in and schmoozy with Jigsaw? Go through his flatmate. They
It's
treat
true.
you real good. Did you just take that? Motherfucker, you took my cider. That was. Would you payment for what?
Payment for getting you your beer, apparently. Quid pro quo. You're the mongoose to my snake.
That was someone else's cider you just took.
Or is the snake to my mongoose? Austin Powers.
So these friends are going to go through you and be like, "Hey," like they're going
literally
to
with a fucking saw blade.
That's possible. Or they'll like schmooze you, befriend you, and hopefully if you get in, because I mean, Jigsaw must think you're all right. He's
Jigsaw
living
must
with
think highly of you to be living.
Yeah,
with
so
us. Yeah.
if he can get in with you, you get in with Jigsaw. So like maybe they'll
So the friends might treat you not bad
they
actually,
might try and help you out.
but they're also crazy and they might also
They are unpredictable and
put you into
unstable.
a game. I'm
So
gonna err on the side of favoritism here, and I'm gonna go for a 6. I'm gonna think that you're right. I think maybe they're gonna
There's
be
the
like, hey,
possibility.
Gav, don't know if you've heard Jigsaw talking about who's maybe going to be next in line for the Jigsaw Empire. I stole this guy's wallet, and I'm going to give that to you, just as a
thank you. That's
little thanks for.
is that a
making me-
Rolex? A Rolex there as well? I see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay,
had a
okay.
Rolex as well,
Yeah,
and here's the keys to a Ferrari that you can
Oh,
take. And I'm not even going to bake them into some kind of death contraption because you're a good guy, Gavin.
oh, thanks.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think like a 6. I think it's 6.
I'm
And
glad
then
this role playing out made you settle the 6.
it did, and then finally, human remains.
A lot, so much,
So
an insane
much.
amount of human
So,
remains.
he doesn't do a good job of getting, because if people fail his games, he just fucking leaves them. Remember
Yeah.
that? Anytime the police are like, "Oh, Jigsaw technically hasn't done anything wrong because he doesn't kill anyone," he just puts them in these games and they kill themselves. But what they're looking at is the mangled corpse of somebody who set fire to themselves and also fucking gutted themselves with some kind of ribcage machine.
Fucking tore their head open with a bear trap.
Yeah, it's like some horrible shit like that.
Put a shotgun shell up their bum.
You're right. And so he just leaves that. He leaves all that, and the ones that get out of it usually leave a foot or because Saw was the last one. Saw the final fucking whatever. They eventually go back to Saw 1,
Yeah.
and the foot and all the blood and shit and the decrepit decaying man
Still
are
there.
still fucking down there.
Yeah. The man
And it's
doesn't
like
clean up
10
after
years
himself.
later. Saw's not even cleaning up the ones that he fucking get out. All right, is that a how we
Zero?
score- Is that a 0?
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
So many.
Well, this is an easy one to add up for Gary. 14 out of 60. Jigsaw's not a good flatmate.
No, he's not.
All right, I want to do the next one.
Okay.
I got a good one.
Okay.
Jaws from the movie Jaws.
That's a shark that lives in the sea. That's a big mammal? Is a shark a mammal?
No, no, they're no fish. Shark are fish. Whales are mammals. Dolphins are mammals. Sharks are fish.
I think they're mammals.
It's a shark.
Or are they birds?
No, wait, because a shark lays eggs, doesn't it? Like regular fish.
Does it? Does a shark lay eggs?
Only mammals give birth, and I don't think sharks are mammals. Are sharks mammals? This seems like a really basic thing that we're struggling with.
Shark is not a mammal.
So they must lay eggs.
It
Do
is
they
a
lay
fish. Yes.
So you got a big fuck off razor-toothed fish as a flatmate.
eggs? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one.
So
I'm
do you-
obviously
do you
horrendously
live-
biased here.
Do you know where you live?
SeaWorld.
Not in a flat. Waterworld! Yay!
We ain't living in Waterworld. We're still flat. We're this flat, 4th floor up,
Third floor.
3rd floor up.
And our address is.
That was a terrible sound effect.
Thank you.
You know, I do have a sound effect for that.
I know, but I just wanted to make a noise. I wanted to scream like a person who could be committed to screaming.
How clean is Jaws leaving the bathroom?
Not clear at all.
Pretty fucking clean. He doesn't use it.
Let's be honest, Jaws is spending the majority of his time, or her time, we don't know, in the bathroom.
In the bath, specifically.
Or the toilet, you know.
Jaws isn't spending that much time
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
he's out
toilet.
in the cistern. He's like,
In the U-bend.
he's like, Jaws, are you in the U-bend again? You're blocking my shit.
How clean are they leaving the bathroom? I was going to say pretty clean.
But I mean,
think
if
they
he's,
don't
if
use it
he's
much.
spending the majority of his time in there doing all of his eating and he's
I think it's going to be
pooping
wet,
and he's pee-peeing.
but it might be clean. It's salt water. That's
Yeah, but then you've got to
antiseptic.
take a bath in salt water.
That's good for the skin.
Is it?
Salt water's great for you.
For a long period of time?
Yeah, it's better than regular water.
Also, you've got the problem of like men
No
in fishing
pubes?
boats will just. Wait, what did you just say?
I said no pubes.
How do you know sharks don't have pubes?
Because they're not mammals. They're fish.
Oh, only mammals have pubes?
yeah. Whales.
Reptiles can't have pubes? Birds can't have pubes?
No,
Fish
they-
don't have hair.
Fish don't have hair, Gavin. Yeah, if you, Jaws 1 wasn't wearing
Why
a
is
fucking...
this an issue?
Some whales have hair.
Yeah, they're mammals.
I thought they were fish. You said they were fish.
Shark are fish. Whales are mammals.
Yes.
Dolphins are mammals.
I think sharks have pubes.
Did you know that dolphins rape each other's blowholes?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Dolphin rape's a serious problem.
If you've
been raped by a dolphin,
if I was gonna
please
have
call this number.
if I was gonna make love to a whale, I would climb in and thrash about
What does that mean? What, thrash about where?
in the vagina.
Not the blowhole?
No, there's no pleasure centers in the blowhole. It's only good for the
I mean,
person.
there's pleasure centers when I go into that blowhole.
How clean's Jaws leaving a bathroom? Pretty fucking clean, I think. Where's the
I
mess?
disagree.
It's wet.
This is the first time I feel properly disagree. I think because he's spending seawater, there's fucking carcasses. Oh,
There's
which
no
we'll get
carcasses.
to. We'll get
Jaws
to that.
eats the carcasses.
Also,
Nom, nom, nom. I mean, they can't. Right, here's my thing, right? I agree. Jaws can't really clean because they are a fucking giant shark. But I don't think they leave much mess in the first place. There's no pubes. They eat the bodies that
I think there's pubes.
There's no fucking shark pubes. They eat the bodies.
I'm committed to shark pubes.
Fine. You can have a shark pube.
We are currently in the midst of Shark Week to date this episode, so maybe they should do an episode of Shark Week on if sharks have pubes or not.
They should. They should do an
It'd be a
episode.
short episode, but I'd
So
watch it.
the toilet's the bathroom's going to be wet because, but it's not going to be any wetter than if like
Everywhere's
you,
wet when I'm there.
it's not going to be any wetter than if you went in after somebody had had a shower. So it's like going to be that weird. You don't want to touch it.
Condensation-y.
Yeah, like you don't want to touch anything, but it's not.
Humid.
It's fine. You can deal with it because you're getting in the shower next.
But what about all the pubes?
There's no pubes. All right, fine. If there is pubes, we're gonna go. I want to give it. I want to give the shark an 8.
I'm thinking like a 5.
We can round that. I'll 6 then. I'll be on it. I'll be generous to you. 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. How much noise is Jaws making? Not much. Sharks don't make noise.
Every time you go near the bathroom, you just hear. "Da-num,
Great point.
da-num."
You gotta listen to that fucking song all the time. But but here,
forgot about the
here's an upside. He can never sneak up on you. It's like you're in your room, you're having a wee tug on the old sausage, and then you hear and you're like, fuck off.
no.
I'm trying to have a wank.
Oh no.
He's on his way.
Jaws. Or she's on her way.
She's always on her
We
way.
don't know. But then I thought we had agreed that Jaws was struggling to leave the bathroom. That was your argument.
True, but when he does leave the bathroom, you know,
Or she.
she has to go to the bathroom sink. The bathroom sink?
So how much noise?
The kitchen
All right,
sink.
Not making that much
I mean, if
noise.
he's thrashing around all the time.
The theme tune's annoying, but it's not that much noise.
But what about like when he's killing his prey? There's a lot of thrashing and noise and like
But they
munching.
do that out of the flat. Does that in the ocean. That's why you're not allowed in the ocean.
But what about when he brings his work home? Possibility.
It is a possibility.
It's like, George, you said you were going to stop bringing your work
On the
home.
grand scheme of things, not much noise because they're a shark. However, the theme tune's annoying, and also, occasionally the screams of the damned.
The damned? He's not a fucking ghost ship. What's he?
They're damned, aren't they? They're getting killed by a shark.
I did not expect that when we came up with this idea for this episode, that the movie of it, one, we would talk about Jaws, and two, the one that would divide us the most would be Jaws. I thought this was pretty simple and.
I think Jaws is pretty. I think Jaws is okay.
Do you know what you are? You're
the soundtrack's
you're
throwing
a
me
shark
off.
apologist. That's what you are.
I think Jaws is a good flatmate. That's all.
I don't.
Fine. We'll have to split it with an even 5.
I'll accept.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Are they helping with the chores? I got nothing on this one. Oh, fuck. Jaws ain't doing shit with the chores.
I mean, if you think he's as clean as he is, he's keeping that bathroom clean because that's his domicile.
That's what I was like. Also, I was just thinking, you know, when you need to like scrape food in the bin, and then the food goes off, and then your kitchen just fucking stinks because you've had to put food in there, and if you don't clean it out, it's blah, blah, blah. You just feed the shark and all your leftovers, all of them.
But none of your vegan shit. He wants meat.
It doesn't matter. It's a fucking big shark, big maw. He just fucking munches anything down.
Or she.
Or she. Just fucking goes. You just fucking throw it down their gullet. Whatever. That shark doesn't
They're
give
not
a shit.
a trash compactor.
They're fucking basically. Basically, it is.
What is the movie where they?
It's like a big dog, isn't it? Dogs eat dog food, they eat dog snacks, and they get fucking super excited about human food. In fact, they get super excited about all
Dogs
three
eat
of
their
those.
own shit.
Sharks are fucking dogs of the ocean.
What is the movie where they catch a shark and cut it open and there's a number plate in it?
Is that not Jaws?
Is it Jaws or is
I'm sure
it
that's
Blue
Jaws.
Streak?
Blue Streak
I don't know what.
with Martin Lawrence.
Deep Blue Sea. I don't know. Is it Jaws?
I think it is Jaws. That rings a bell with Jaws.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, is it? Yeah, maybe I don't know. In the teeth. It's not inside the shark, is it? But then my point still stands. They fucking eat anything. Cars, apparently.
It's true.
I'm saying.
But then he also left a fucking whale carcass on the beach, so he's just going to leave you to clean up whale carcass. And I mean,
It's not a lot of help. I thought I was going to have to concede a 0 on this, but trash compacting shark gullet and they keep the bathroom clean. That's worth at least 4 points.
3 points.
4.
3.
Fine, 3. Better than I thought I was going to get. On to the next.
Oh God.
How much is the shark contributing financially?
Well, I think we can all agree it's a big fat fucking nothing.
Wait, nah. Like Jigsaw, you can rob the... Nah, because it eats the carcasses. I've just made that argument. Fuck.
Yeah, plus like
Now just picturing a shark in a suit. He's like with a briefcase. Going off to work. Yeah.
Yeah, see you later, Jaws.
go to the break room, Jaws is just there eating the new intern. Just, oh well, there's another one.
Oh, Jaws, I fucking told you I'd get you this job, and now you're eating everybody. You're making me look bad.
Jaws, I need those quarterlies by the end of the week.
Also, the water cooler moments are just him swimming around in the water cooler.
Ah, he'd be a nightmare. Be a nightmare to work with. You wouldn't want to work with Jaws.
But this is, do we want to work with him? This is, do we want to live
Does
with him?
everybody hear the dun dun, or is it only the person Jaws is hunting that hears the theme tune?
I like to think it's the person who's hunting them.
Oh, in that case, how much noise they make gets another point, because you wouldn't hear it that much, because they ain't hunting you. You're a flatmate.
I mean,
I'm
always on the hunt.
Well, that's fine. You hear your own theme tune, which I assume is the Pink Panther fucking music.
Do-do, do-do.
I'm giving Jules another point on how much noise are they making now.
I like that my theme song is cheeky.
It is cheeky. Right. I'm going to have to concede a 0 on this. He's not contributing fuck all financially.
No. Yeah, because like
He's a shark.
even if he eats a person
Or she's
and
a
then
shark.
digests them, the wallet is just going to be mulch.
The only thing you could hope is that Jaws chooses to eat a bank and then craps out all of the money from the bank. But that's a far-flung and nonsensical
That's
wish.
a long game to wait and play.
Friends they're going to have round. This is a good one, because if you're like me, so far we've been having to deal with dickheads, right? Like people you just don't want to hang about with.
Sure.
And I assume these have just been tenants 1 month per tenant, right? And then we've had to kick them out. Or,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it's the logical
That's the
explanation to
the
this.
sensible way to play it.
So I assume after the last two, where we've had to deal with fucking Jigsaw's screaming victims and the Death Eaters, we're going to be like, oh my god, it's blissfully quiet. Jaws doesn't have any friends.
He doesn't have friends, but the people he associates with.
That guy that needs a bigger boat,
So you're hanging out
teenagers.
and you're just sitting there on the couch and you're like, I just need to go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna throw in a wee pee-pee. And you walk in there and it's just a big fucking fishing boat with 3 hairy, sweaty men. And you're just like, what the fuck are you guys?
You three, dude.
And they're holding fishing rods and guns. You're just like, get the fuck out of my flat. And then they blow it up. They blow up your flat.
Hey,
the flat
listen.
blows up.
Kid goes into the water. Shark in the water. Kid doesn't come out of the water.
Exactly. You go into the bathroom. You might not come back out. That's because of...
But other than that one day where you eventually get blown up, the rest of the time Jaws is living with you. It's pretty... You get the flat to yourself. You have the rest of the flat back to... It's like living alone. That's pretty good. That's worth points.
You can pee in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, exactly. You can just do your own bit. You're not going to get a shower or
You can
bath. but
bury
you
your
can
shit in the garden.
bury shit in the garden. You can just wet wipe wash, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Or you go to the gym and shower there.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I think you got the flat yourself. Granted, 1 or 2 days is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but most of the time, you're living with a shark and lives in the bathroom pretty much exclusively. You're good. I'd say 8.
Yeah.
Jaws is doing good. Human debris.
A lot.
I disagree. Again, he eats it all.
Does he though?
Oh, she eats it all.
What about when they go to the boat and they're like, and then a head fucking rolls out of it? Didn't eat that.
Also, only 8 chunks of the car.
Yeah.
Also, only usually bites people in half and then
Left a fucking whale carcass on the beach.
But that's whale debris as opposed to human debris.
That is whale debris.
I'm sorry. I don't see whale. I see individuality, and the whale is an individual.
So I guess we'll go for an even 5. I'm just doing my best for Jaws here.
I know you're fucking Team Jaws for some reason.
I fucking think Jaws would be a good flatmate. As far as the rest of the villains have gone so far, it's definitely doing the best, I think. All right. Jaws is eating people. He does a pretty good job of eating, or she does a pretty good job of eating people. But you're right. Occasionally, pretty sloppy. So maybe another 4.
I'll accept 4.
4. Plus, if, I think there was a few botched attempts at Jaws that ended up with human life. Like a few limbs and shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So people are also leaving debris around the flat that isn't Jaws doing it, but it's other
Still a
people
lot of
fucking
human
it up.
debris.
It's still human debris. All right, well, there we go. Right, so in total, Jaws has got a whopping 10, 16, 19... 14... Wait, you threw me off my counting. 19... Oh, no. Because of the 0 from the financial contributions, this is not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I believe Jaws is on 27 out of 60.
Wow.
Just still better than Jigsaw. All right, so we have time for one more. Now, we both had a final one in mind.
Yes, we did. Are we going for that one?
We've just done Jaws, though. I feel like we could maybe do the other one.
But it's so good.
The only 2 that we decided before this episode. It's like, I think we should save the other one for another special occasion.
I don't know what that occasion will be,
I
but
haven't got a fucking clue, but I think for this we should finish up with Sauron.
the tower with the eye on top of it. The large architectural structure
I think we should finish
in the middle of your flat.
on Sauron.
The fucking one part of the twin towers just chilling in your living room.
So let's get cracking.
Physical.
Now, before we do Sauron, the one thing I
No,
want
yeah.
to bring up.
Are we doing Tower Sauron or Human?
We'll do Tower Sauron.
Okay,
But-
'cause that's the more sensible one, of course.
That's sensible. But Saruman was a puppet of Sauron. So basically,
I mean, we'll get to that in Association and Friends.
well, but I think Sauron, like Ratman, Saruman's going to be here a bunch. No, because he didn't live in the tower, did he?
He lived in his own tower.
He lived in his own tower. Okay, all right. Yeah, you know what? Fine. I was going to make that point. Doesn't play out. How clean is Sauron leaving the bathroom? Now, I assume Sauron doesn't use the bathroom.
Because he's a tower with an eye on top of it. Do you know what he is leaving a lot of? Think of this. You wake up in the morning, you're groggy, you're like you're all like yucky and stuff. What's one thing you've always got? Get eye gook. Think of the levels of eye gook that Sauron
bad.
is going to cause and create. So he wakes up
But
in
would
the
he
morning.
not burn it up because he is a flaming eye?
I mean, it depends what kind of eye goop he's got going on. But just imagine you wake up in the morning, you walk in to brush your teeth and have a wee pee pee, and he's been in there first, and there's just mounds of eye goop.
Ugh. However, would that be in the bathroom? Because he's a tower. We've already established that he lives in the living room. I don't think he can make it through to the pub. You've got eye gook in the living room, 100%, loads of it. But
But we're talking bathroom here.
bathroom's clean.
Yes, the bathroom's all yours.
It's all yours. Yeah, Sauron ain't peeing. He ain't pooping.
So
He's
unlike
just a channel.
Jaws, where Jaws was solely in the bathroom and nowhere else,
Sauron lives outside the bathroom.
he's outside the bathroom, so the bathroom's all yours.
When
It
Saruman
is
does
your
come
domain.
around to do some evil fucking doings, he's a fucking regular dude. He knows how to piss, clean, wipe. He seems, I think he'd leave it the way he found it. He's a good guy.
Well,
not
because he has no option.
He's-
He is a stationary tower.
No, Saruman.
Oh, Saruman.
When Saruman comes around, he'd leave it. The
Yeah,
way
but
he
what
found
about when fucking orcs come around? Think of the travesty that they would
that's-
create.
But I can't imagine they piss and shit. They get born from holes in the
Well, I
ground.
imagine they shit. They shit real good. They know how to shit.
Okay, all right.
They know how to get down and shit.
But then that's not how clean Sauron's leaving the
It's
bathroom.
true.
Sauron leaves it spotless. He doesn't use it.
It's
10
just-
out of 10.
It's amazing.
All right. How much noise does he make?
A lot.
Not a good one for
A
him.
lot.
You got every time he turns to look at the next thing, whatever that might fucking be.
He's sitting there, he's reading a book. You can just kind of hear the noise of like the fire in the background, and you come home, and then your phone goes off, and he goes, whoa, and just hears you. You're like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
You walk into the living room.
Jesus. Also, you get third-degree burns as
it's
well.
bad. It's bad time. He makes a lot of noise. Also, he's a building. Buildings creak. You ever been near like a big building?
Yeah.
They make weird noise.
Also, the wind and stuff, howling.
Howling. Plus wherever he is seems to just decimate itself. It's like he's got a bad aura, like a lair.
Also,
you know?
you've got that situation where like birds and stuff would be attracted, so the birds making noise. Bird
birds
shit.
living on the side of Sauron in your living room.
just a gaggle of seagulls.
And depending if we're in the GCU or not, you may even get the occasional thwip thwip as Spider-Man blasts past, using him as a vantage point.
I don't think Gavin's in the GCU. What? Doesn't make sense. I don't think Spider-Man's in the GCU.
Oh, sorry. I thought the rule was whatever fucking we said was in the GCU.
No, whatever
just
I said.
magically appears in.
Whatever
there.
I
Oh,
said
okay,
in the
apologies.
That's why it's called the Gavin Cinematic Universe.
So, it's not great on the noise thing. However, you know when you hear a noise so much, you eventually just learn to tone it out? I think it's a pretty consistent... You just tune that shit out.
I don't know.
I think I used to have a flat, and the boiler made this high-pitched whistle, right? And I moved in there, and I thought, I need to move already. I've signed on for a 6-month lease. How am I going to cope with this fucking high-pitched whine? 2 weeks, it was gone. Except it wasn't gone, because then I had my flat warming party a month later, or like a month into me living there, and everyone came around and was just like, oh, Gary, what the fuck is that noise? And I was like, what noise? It was gone. I just completely forgotten about it, because it was constant enough. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, but that involves you just just coming to terms with your horrible situation.
Yeah, you've got Sauron as a fucking flatmate. You have to come to terms with it.
No, you shouldn't have to.
All right, so what do you want to score him on that?
Like a 2? 2?
I'm going to add 1 on for my pro on that. It's not great. Takes him up to a 3. Is he helping with the chores?
He's a stationary building. So the answer is no. Unless those chores happen to be in the vicinity of him, he can do the hoovering just around him.
Can he? Can he do anything? He's a fucking tower. I assume you're actually, now that we're talking, I assume you just live in Sauron. I assume he is the flatmate. He is the flat.
I just like the idea of a big fuck off tower in the middle of the living room with the burning eye at the top of it.
So does he help with the chores? 100% not. He does, same as Voldemort, we give him that. He does have the orcs and Saruman.
Also,
I can't imagine them doing a good job, though.
think of this. He can cook a dinner because he can just use a fireball.
He fucking can
He
cook
can
a dinner.
cook a steak.
Okay, so he can cook.
Yeah.
He can broil things.
He can burn things. How would you like your steak cooked, sir? Burned, please.
So, yeah, and the orcs and Saruman might do a good job because he's a human. The orcs ain't doing a good job. But I also don't think Saruman... But then he is a puppet of Sauron. If we're giving Voldemort Peter Pettigrew, I feel like Sauron actually would be okay because he's got Saruman. He's got Saruman.
I mean,
that he controls.
the thing with Saruman is, I just don't get how no one knew he was the bad guy. Anyone who's got nails like that is clearly a bad guy.
Anyone... What's your name? Saruman. Did you say Sauron, the evil ruler? No. Saruman.
And you're like, oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And then they look at their nails and evil.
I think we score him quite high on this. I think Saruman.
I'd say
can
like
do
a
the job.
7, 6 or 7.
I'd say 7. I'd say 7 out of 10. Contributing financially. I assume yes.
I also think yes.
Orcs
I don't
are killing
know why
people.
though.
They're killing elves. They're going out. They're killing peasants and poor people and whatever. And then Saruman just gives you the fucking.
Plus, if
gold.
the current real estate value is good, then sell them on. Sell them
He
on.
has a tower.
Go on location. Kate and Phil can get you a good deal on Sauron. Jessica.
Now we know you wanted a urban townhouse with a barn-style roof, but what we found you was a flaming eye tower.
Now the owner is asking for a clean $2.4 billion. But it does have a lovely view from the top. Just don't look directly at it, or you will go blind.
And also, if anybody puts on the One Ring in a infinite radius, he will be able to detect it from right now, like from right here. Well, I'm sold, Kirsty and Phil. Thank you.
I will take that. But can we maybe try and bring them down to an easy 25,000?
So, contribution financially, it's a solid 10. That's
10
a
out
great.
of 10.
It's done.
He's got you on fucking Channel 4.
The friends that they'll have round.
Awful.
Orcs bad. Saruman, not. Here's the thing.
He fucking threw his body around like a rag doll. Imagine what he's going to do to you. You
he
come
went
home,
evil.
he's drunk, you're like, oh, not again. He starts beating you up,
Yeah. Saruman, please.
fucking throws up on you.
Just fucking wee.
His white cape's just
You got
covered
the
in
orcs,
sweet
you got
corn.
the Uruk-hai. Who else did Sauron
Fucking
deal with?
ring wraiths,
Ugh, ring rated.
big lizard dragon monsters.
Whoa, is that the? We don't really get much outside noise on this podcast, but I assume that was picked up.
Well,
We'll find out.
now people, it's going to be an episode of CSI. They're going to figure out what car that was through the horn, and then they're going to try and like locate us through the noise of that horn.
Yeah, ring wraiths, orcs, Uruk-hai, and Saruman. None of that's and Gollum. Is Gollum a friend of Saruman?
I think he's a prisoner.
Prisoners.
There's those wolf dog things. Those are shed all over the place.
Wargs.
Wargs.
Wargs. Yeah. Okay. Friends he's having around.
Trolls would be awful.
Charles aren't good. Is that
Troll
right?
in the dungeon.
Well, that's
Different movie.
Voldemort. You're slipping films here, man. Is there any positives for Sauron's?
I mean, he heat the place up nicely.
Yeah, it's him though, not his friends.
That's
true.
that's kind of contributing financially. We gave him a solid 10 on that.
Yeah, you
one.
never have to worry about the bills, like the
Never
heating
have to
bill
worry
and stuff.
or the gas bill for cooking. I think it might have to be a 0 for
Or
Sauron.
the vibes,
here.
the good times.
Sauron 0 on the friends.
Oh yeah, it's a definite 0.
Flat 0. Finally, human remains. I think Sauron kills people from a distance.
But humans, though, he doesn't deal with a lot of humans.
Well, the ones he does, he sends his orc armies out to, and then anyone that does get close enough, he just fucking burns them up with his
But
eye
then
vision.
technically, in the context of this, he's killing elves and dwarves and things.
There's not a lot. The kingdom of man is diminished.
Yeah,
in
not
the Lord of
humans.
the Rings. And again, if they are getting killed, it's over in what's the giant white tree village, Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith. Like, you know what I mean? It's someone else's issue.
But-
It's not your issue in the flat.
But what if he becomes a suicide hotspot and people just use him to jump off of?
That's bad. But hopefully they jump far enough out. That
Hey,
they
you
get
have plenty of
street-
reading material.
Plenty what?
Reading material.
Why?
All the notes that are left behind.
That would be rubbish. Climbing 3 floors up to our flat and then having to climb the mountain, the tower to kill yourself.
I mean,
That's a
trust
lot
me,
of work.
Climbing up those 3 flights of stairs to the top
Dude,
is.
I think human debris is good. I think that's You're right. Maybe the occasional jumper. You might be able to talk him down.
Not the movie Jumper starring Hayden
Not the movie
Christensen.
jumper. But I think, maybe the occasional jumper. But other than that, the human debris that he does leave behind is in a different fucking continent, you know?
2?
It's fair enough.
3?
Yeah, I think a 2. Solid 2. No, wait.
Oh no, 10, it would be like at 9.
Like an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
So we do a 9?
Go for 9.
Good for a 9. There we go. All right, so Sauron gets. All right, Sauron gets a mighty if my maths is correct, and it probably isn't, 39 out of 60. So the final scores in last place, Jigsaw.
Shocker. We saw that coming.
14 out of 60.
Do you know how we saw that coming? Because we looked at the picture on the box.
Oh, yay. And it was a shithole flat that was shared with us. Between the traps, the dead bodies, and just the general uncleanliness of Jigsaw, he did not score well. After him, on 27, so fair jump, we had Jaws.
I mean, you really fought for Jaws and Jaws tried hard, but...
I've really fought for Jaws and it still didn't do great. Lives in the bathroom, so you get the rest of the flats yourself, but everything else is pretty shit and also doesn't contribute anything financially. Then Voldemort finished on 33 out of 60.
You did better than I was expecting.
He did better than we expected.
Well done to Voldemort.
Specifically because he helps with the chores, or Pettigrew helps with the chores. He doesn't leave much human debris around, and yeah, he leaves...
But there is a lot of kiddie porn.
There's a lot of kids. Too many kids in the close proximity.
Too many kids. Too many kids.
And then finally, the winner tonight on 39.
Who saw this one coming?
Honestly, when we talked about that as a joke at the beginning, didn't think he was going to do this well. Old Sauron, the fucking tower, finished up 39 out of 60. Best flatmate to live with.
Now, cut to the montage of Sauron's greatest moments.
Loads of them. So there we go. That's the best movie villain to live with would be Sauron.
Yeah.
Who stays in the living room, stationary.
Has a great property value.
And increases the property value if you ever want to flip it.
I mean, obviously the listeners out there, this question had been plaguing them for a long time.
So long.
And it was kind of a blessing that we came along and we're like, hey,
let's solve it.
Let's solve it. Let's dance around every single villain there is and just churn it down to these final five, because the
final four.
The Britain's Got Talent like process of them coming up on stage. Here's why I'd be a great flatmate. It was a long, arduous one. Cut to the black and white montage.
And we
of all
saved
the
you the
people we saw.
hassle.
And we've narrowed it down, and we gave you Susan Boyle. Oh wait, no, Sauron as the worst movie villain.
The best movie
villain
to live with.
To have as a flatmate.
All right, guys, that's it. If you agree with us or don't agree with us, let us know on social media.
If you think Audio Boy should become a stationary building in the middle of the room, let me know on one of our many social medias.
We got Twitter at Meandering Pod.
We got Instagram, Meandering Movie Podcast.
Facebook
Instagram.
is the Meandering Movie Podcast. Just look us up.
Email meanderingmoviepodcast@gmail.com.
And
Chuck a wee review over on iTunes or something. Give us some topic suggestions.
That's it. If you want to hear us talk about absolutely anything, we will. We'll do it. Just
we're
let us
horrors.
know.
We're horrors for your entertainment.
And also, let us know who you think the best movie villain is that would be the best movie villain flatmate would be. And if you think we're wrong,
the mother-in-law.
Tell us. See you later, folks.
Bye.
It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. So